Welcome back to AP Biology in under 3 minutes. No time for intros, let's get into it. So now we're going to talk about lipids, and these will be very different from carbohydrates. The reason I say that is because, unlike the carb polymers we just covered, lipids are not true polymers made from long chains of repeating monomers. Rather, they are assembled from different subcomponents depending on the type of the lipid. Lipids also are non-polar, meaning because water is polar, non-polar lipids generally don't interact well with water. This makes lipids hydrophobic, meaning they repel or do not readily mix with water. Similar to monomers, lipids have building blocks that make up themselves, and a big example of these building blocks are fatty acids, which will be present in some lipids. Fatty acids contain a long chain of carbon atoms and will either be saturated or unsaturated. If we were to look at a saturated fatty acid, what you see is only single bonds between its carbon atoms. Also, organic chemistry tends to simplify this down into something that just looks like this with a simple line. However, if we were to look at an unsaturated fatty acid, this will contain at least one carbon-carbon double bond, which can cause the carbon chain to kink or bend. The more of these double bonds that there are, the more unsaturated the fatty acid will get. The kinks or bends here prevent fatty acid chains from packing as tightly together, which is why, if a lipid is more unsaturated, it will tend to be more liquid at room temperature. For example, take a look at this photo of saturated fats, and then take a look at this one of unsaturated fats. The unsaturated ones tend to be more liquid at room temperature. Now let's give some examples of different types of lipids and their functions, starting with fats. Fats are important for energy storage and supporting cellular function, and they can also provide insulation to some mammals, which helps the mammals to retain heat. Steroids are another type of lipid that work as hormones in your body to control physiological things, such as growth, metabolism, and homeostasis. On the other hand, cholesterol is a lipid that's especially important in animal cells, specifically being found in animal cell membranes, providing structural stability. And finally, let's talk about phospholipids, which we briefly talked about in a prior topic. Phospholipids group together to form what is called a phospholipid bilayer, which makes up the basic structure of plasma and cell membranes, but we'll go over that more in future units. On the screen now are AP style questions for this topic. Please pause the video now. I'll put the answers on the screen now. I will see you in the next one.